Hi, my name's Mike. I was a police officer for 32 years with Greater Manchester Police. In November 2022, on my birthday, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, stage 4, with bone metastasis, which means the cancer's got into my bones. I've got one in each femur, and I've got 2 on my spine. The lower one on my spine was in such a position that it could have caused paralysis. I've had MS for about 25 years. In the early 1990s, I started to notice that I was having some difficulty with mobility and muscle spasms and loss of sensation. I still worked, even though I had the MS, but gradually my movement got more and more restricted, and I ended up in a wheelchair. So I suddenly found that I went from being fairly active to going around in a wheelchair, having to give up work, which wasn't part of the plan. I was planning to retire, but then to continue working in another capacity in the force. But the MS prevented that. And I think what got me to a real dark place was I ended up in a rehabilitation unit where most of the people in there were very elderly. And basically they'd given up and they didn't want to do anything. And that was starting to have an impact on me, and I was starting to give up. I felt my life was over. That's it, end off. I'd become very detached from my family, from my kids and my wife, and just really morbid in a way. And then my boss, one of my bosses, he came down to visit me at the request of my wife, and he gave me one hell of a pep talk. And I suddenly decided, nah, I think I want more than this. I don't want this to be the rest of my life. I decided I was going to take MS on. I wasn't going to let it rule me. I was going to make sure I managed it. And I don't suffer from MS. I have MS. There's a difference. And I can spend time with my dogs. Go and walk my dogs. Well, I go on my scooter and then ride alongside my dogs. I then found my way where I started writing children's books, which is what I do now. And I write police stories for kids, where all the characters are dogs, but the dogs are the actual police officers. I do have a lot of grandchildren. I have 7, and they were all quite young. I was their main childcare. I took them to day nursery, playgroups, everything. I went to all the school plays, nativities, endless nativities. But I have a particular t-shirt that I wear that says that all my favourite people call me Grandad. And I love it. I think one of the important things is that due to my MS, I ignored a lot of the signs that come with prostate cancer. I sort of dismissed it and ignored it because I thought, it's down to the MS, because that was one of the symptoms. I started to get a lot of pain in my bowel, and I started to lose weight, and I kept getting a lot of pain in my legs. I was finding it very difficult to move my legs at all. I kept going to my GP. I got a variety of diagnoses, from sciatica to constipation, but eventually one of the doctors decided they needed to look at it a bit more, did a particular test which gave them another indicator that something was going on, and subsequently I was sent for an MRI scan. When that confirmed the cancer, it was on my birthday, and I'll never forget it. I got a phone call in the afternoon to tell me they found this abnormality on my spine, and I needed to come in straight away. And I asked them could they wait until the next day, because I had my grandchildren coming up and I had cake for them. To which the consultant replied, "Not if you want to be walking." So I was in that hospital within the hour, and that was when they hit me with it. Wow, that was a hammer blow, because I never expected it. I'd got used to my life with MS, got used to being like that. My family had got used to it. My eldest son was with me, he's my rock. And I used him to tell my family, because it's not easy telling your loved ones that you've got a terminal illness. Everybody's better for hindsight. I wish mine had been found at stage 1, obviously. It wasn't. It was found at stage 4. I wish I'd paid more attention, to be honest. I thought the dark clouds were looming again. So at first it was, well, I thought I was going to die next week type of thing, to be quite honest with you. I really saw it for more than it perhaps was at the time. But then, when I found out about Beechwood, and I came here, right from the outset, they helped me get it in perspective, really, that it was good to have the difficult conversations I was having. And my counsellor was just a really good listener. And just let me speak, let me get it out. All I wanted was to continue being positive, help to make the difficult conversations happen, make those conversations not so difficult, and help those around me adjust to me having cancer and that being a normal way of life as it is now. There's nothing strange about it. I haven't grown 2 heads or anything like that. It's just something that's there that we have to deal with. And I came out of that first session and I felt absolutely brilliant, because I thought, somebody gets me here, somebody gets what I'm thinking. And we discussed the way forward, and I thought, there's a plan. They helped me realise that I've still got things to do, I've still got things I can do, I've got a family around me, I've got things to live for. They made it so that I could see that there was light at the end of the tunnel, and they were that light. They helped me in telling me that there was help for my family if they needed it, and that's it, which my wife has taken them up on. My children haven't at the moment, but they know it's there. I do have to be strong for my family, but I have to be strong for myself. I owe it to myself not to give in, but to keep going. And if I keep going, everybody else will. I've no idea when I'm going to go, because I've not asked for a prognosis. I don't want to know one. I'm just living each day as it comes. And again, Beachwood has helped me live with it. What I would say to people watching this is that Beachwood is a very valuable resource. And although most of you probably haven't got cancer, you're certainly going to be touched by it at some point in your life. You're going to know somebody, whether it be a friend, a family member, where it comes in. Beachwood is here to help people like that, people like me. But it can only survive with people like you. And I would ask you to think about it, and think about if you've been affected by it, to dig deep and give as much as you can. I would like to thank you all for any donations that you've made in the past, and any that you're going to make in the future. Everything will count. So thank you.